Hello friends and welcome to Turn 1 Sol Ring. So, Core Set 2020 has been out for some time now, and so I thought, hey, let's go ahead and start looking at some of the legendaries in it, which are potential commanders. So we're going to be starting out strong with Yarok, the Desecrated. But first, we must open a booster pack for Hope. And it looks like this week, we have a spicy M20 pack right here. For those of you who don't know, Booster Packs for Hope is a project I'm starting where at the beginning of every video, I'm going to open a booster pack of Magic cards. And I'm going to go through all the cards on camera, and as soon as I'm done filming, I'm going to sell the rare in that pack and any other cards in that pack worth $1 or more on eBay. And as soon as those cards sell, the money from those cards is going to go to a different charity each month. This month's charity, July 2019, is St. Jude's Children's Hospital, which is a great organization which does a lot for kids with cancer and rare diseases and doesn't charge their family a single dime. It's a great organization. I'm so happy to be supporting it with Booster Packs for Hope. Now, let's crack into this. Alright, here we go. Core Set 2020. I'm not a big fan of core sets just because I feel like it's mythic rare or bust with them, whereas the other sets generally have some just good regular rares. Like the Ravnica sets had, whatever that Golgari 2-mana removal spell was that took over standard for a while. Alright, so starting off with our Core Set 2020 booster, we have Moment of Heroism, not a bad combat trick. We have Befuddled, which is also not a bad combat trick, but this one draws you a card. Barony Vampire, a decent 3/2. Soul Mender, oh wow. I actually have an interesting story about this card. When I was first starting to play, I built a white-black life gain deck, and I had like 4 of these in it. Pacifism, great classic card. Growth Cycle, love the art on this one. And that's also not a bad card. Pack Mastiff, also not a bad card. It's good in limited. Negate, great counterspell. Agonizing Siphon. Ooh. I like the name of this one, and Seb McKinnon art is probably some of the best art in Magic. Sage's Road Denizen. Not bad. Could be better. Alright, now we're into the uncommons. Thought Distortion. I love the words can't be countered on any card that's not blue. Ooh. Exile all non-creature Jesus. That's brutal. Veil of Summer. That's nice against a certain matchup, that's for sure. Spectral Sailor. I didn't realize they were still printing pirates. This one's alright. And our rare is Thunderkin Awakener, an elemental shaman. And we got a Windscar Crag. And interestingly enough, the token in the set was upside down. And this pack was upside down. It's a soldier token, but I just kind of find that funny. So we got a Windscar Crag, but Thunderkin Awakener is actually pretty good. And I have a friend who's running an elemental deck currently who runs this, and it's another card, and it's a really good combo that he plays with it. It's really great. So, as soon as I'm done filming, this will go up on the eBay page. If you want to know more about that, the link will be in the description. And let's get on to Yarok, shall we? So, I didn't look much at the Core Set 2020 spoilers, so I don't know much about Yarok as a character in the story, or if it has ever gotten any kind of story about it. But looking at it, it's a 5-drop with all 3 colors of Sultai, which is alright. And then it's a 3/5 with lifelink and death touch, which that's great defensively and even potentially good offensively. And it's a Panharmonicon on a Sultai stick. That turned this card from, hey, this is pretty good, to, oh my god, this is great. That being said, it is pretty much a Sultai cousin of Muldrotha, and running either in the other's deck is great. Running Yarok in a Muldrotha deck, awesome. You're running Muldrotha in a Yarok deck, amazing. But I'm going to assume that when you're building this deck, you're going to be choosing Yarok as the commander and not Muldrotha, but I really believe both should be in this deck. Now, Yarok wants us to play a lot of cards with ETB effects as he doubles them. So immediately, I'm thinking of things such as Ravenous Chupacabra, which kills 2 things now, Muldrifter, which now draws us 4 cards, and Eternal Witness, which now recurs 2 things. However, let's look a bit deeper than those 3 cards, shall we? First thing we want to do is throw in a Panharmonicon. Not only does this give us that sweet redundancy, but ideally we have it and Yarok out and we get 3 triggers instead of 2. It will be sweet along something like Avenger of Zendikar, which will give us additional landfall triggers, making super buff plants, and in fact, landfall is definitely a theme to throw in this deck, because cards like Rampaging Balefs, Obnixilis the Fallen, and Lotus Cobra go from pretty good to freaking awesome with 2 additional triggers whenever you play a land. Some cards to help support the landfall theme would be stuff that allow us to play multiple lands like the Gitrog monster, Wayward Swordtooth, and Azusa, Lost But Seeking. And then we want to play stuff that lets us play lands from our graveyard like Crucible of Worlds or Ramunap Excavator. Some awesome ETB cards to think about would be Hostage Taker, which now takes 2 hostages, Shriek Maw, which now kills 2 things, Reclamation Sage, which now blows up 2 artifacts or enchantments, and the list goes on and on. There's a lot of shenanigans to have here, and this deck can totally have so much fun just throwing things out there. Heck, even Peregrine Drake becomes amazing, as it would now untap 10 lands, and if you have Yarok and Panharmonicon out, that's 15 lands untapping. That's just bonkers, in my opinion. Flickering our cards is another sub-theme to think about, so things like Conjurer's Closet, Illusionist Stratagem, and Displace are good pieces to think about if you want to go that direction. So as I said previously, Yarok and Muldrotha have a lot of common ground, so much to the point where, in order to prevent a little bit of overlap here, I'm going to tell you to go look at my Muldrotha video. I'll put it as a link right here. And if you go there, you're going to see a lot of pieces that I recommended from Muldrotha that I think, having gone back and watched the video, really apply to a Yarok deck as well. Muldrotha is all about those ETB triggers, and you know what? Yarok doubles those ETB triggers, so they definitely work hand in hand very well. And that was So You're Building for Yarok the Desecrated. A quick little side note. I'm not going to pull the, oh, go look at this other video for cards again. Only reason I did it here, and the only time I will ever do it is here, is because I feel a Yarok deck and a Muldrotha deck very much work hand in hand. I feel like if you're going to build a Muldrotha deck, put Yarok in it. If you're going to build a Yarok deck, put Muldrotha in it. That's just kind of how I feel about the whole situation. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking the video, and if you want to help the channel grow, please consider sharing this video with all of your friends, and also please consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, please make sure to hit that bell so you know when the next Turn 1 Sol Ring video is uploaded. If you want to help support Booster Packs for Hope, please either go to the Turn 1 Sol Ring Facebook page, link in the description, and vote in the pinned poll there for next month's charity, or if you want to, you can send a booster pack for Booster Packs for Hope. Please send it to Turn 1 Sol Ring, P.O. Box 291616, Columbia, South Carolina 29229. And, as always everyone, have a great one.